Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here. Hopefully, I will be your favorite Helldiver instructor. Okay, all jokes aside, what I'm going to teach you guys today is the basic loadout in Helldivers for those of you that want to clear up to the 3rd difficulty level, which is medium, alright? If you're new to the game, then this is what you're going to be using up until you're ready to move on to the toughest stuff, until you've gotten better gear, better stuff, alright? So for the first 3 difficulty levels, this is all you will need. Let me just camera vanish right now, actually. I'll move the camera there so that I can go through this with you. Now, for your basic stratagems, right, the machine gun is pretty much all you're going to need for the first 3 difficulty levels, especially against bugs. If you are going against automatons, you might want the anti-material rifle, but it's really your choice whether or not you want to bring this in the field. The demonstration video that I'm going to show you uses the machine gun instead, because the bugs are a more numerous enemy, and you're going to find a lot more use for the machine gun than the anti-material rifle. The anti-material rifle also doesn't work against crushers, which start appearing from level 4 onwards, so you're not really going to want to use it too often. It's okay against light vehicle armor, but quite frankly, crushers and the like are all heavy vehicle armor, so you're not gonna do very well with this. All right, so that is my take on it. In terms of your orbital cannons, what you're really gonna want to have is the Airburst strike and the Gatling barrage. You can also use the precision strike, of course, but it's really up to you which of these 2 you prefer. You can have them both. The demonstration video will contain both of these, just so you guys can get a good feel of it. But in general, the Airburst strike and the Gatling barrage cannot take out buildings or nests, so it's always worth carrying along your basic precision strike, especially if you run out of grenades and things like that. For your hangar, the Eagle Airstrike, I've tried a lot of these, but the Eagle Airstrike is the most important, and it's the only thing you're ever going to need. So make sure you get yourself this Eagle Airstrike ASAP, because it is one of the best stratagems in the game. You can use it to take out nests, heavily armored targets, everything. It is fast, it is dangerous, and very, very powerful. Okay, make sure you get this. Okay, in terms of your bridge, you've already got the precision strike. This is going to be what you're going to be using for a very long time, so don't even worry about that. Especially in the early game, this is what you're going to be using. Don't worry about anything else from the engineering bay, because you're not going to be using that. From the robotics workshop, you're not going to have the guard dogs or anything, so don't worry about that. But in the early stages of the game, for the first 3 levels, your machine gun sentry or your Gatling sentry are pretty much all you're going to need. They take out everything up to the 3rd difficulty level with ease. All right? So if you really want to get one, get the Gatling sentry, but the machine gun sentry is not bad either. Okay? Just do not stay in the line of fire, because it does not stop firing just because you're there. It will shoot through you, and the Gatling sentry will turn you into gibs really fast. All right? So yeah, that's basically all you're going to need. Now, in terms of your armory and loadout, here's what I'm carrying. All right? For the most basic levels of the mission, for the first 3 levels, your assault rifle Liberator is pretty much all you need. I've tried a whole host of other weapons, but for the first 3 levels where you're not really encountering armored targets or more difficult targets where you need higher damage, the Liberator is the be-all and end-all. Later on, you might want to switch to the Breaker, once you go up to upper level stuff, but the Liberator will pretty much carry you through, and you literally don't need the rest. The submachine gun is great against automatons, but not so much against bugs. And that's just me being frank. I've tried it against bugs. Nah, not really my thing. Liberator will do better. All right, for the first 3 levels at least. For your secondary, you don't need the Redeemer. The Redeemer is okay, but honest to God, the Peacemaker is a better choice. And I find the Peacemaker a lot better. It helps me control my fire rate. It has 1 extra magazine compared to the Redeemer. And quite frankly, I find the Peacemaker to just do better overall. But again, your choice here. You can use either. For grenades, stick with your high explosive until you get the impact grenade, which again is much later down the line. This is from your war bond, your basic war bond, not the paid one. Yeah. So the impact grenade is the direct upgrade to the high explosive. I tried the frag grenade, but even early game, it didn't really offer much value. I found the high explosive to be a lot better. Okay, but it's your choice. I genuinely prefer the high explosive. You can try the frag grenade. I was not impressed with the results. Okay, that should settle it for your early game loadout. Okay, I'm going to deploy now into a quick play mission, or well, I actually already did. And the footage from that mission, along with the loadout and everything, okay, will be shown to you once you're in there. I mean, you will literally be able to see it as I call down my stratagems. So just so you know, my loadout was the Gatling barrage, the Airburst, All right, I had my Eagle airstrike because you never go into a mission without that. And last but not least, I brought along the machine gun. Okay, so that was all I had. Enjoy the gameplay footage, and I hope it helps you guys, you know, see how to conquer the early difficulty levels with ease. It's a full mission gameplay. Nothing's been cut out from that. So let me know, you know, so you don't have to watch the whole thing, but I do recommend watching it. All right. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know if you're enjoying my content. I'll be happy to make more Helldivers 2 content. I'm really loving this game right now. Next, I'm going to be focusing on my mid-game build, so look forward to that. Thank you guys very much, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all have a good day now, all right? Bye-bye.
Launch initiated.
Yeah, well, he finally read it up. Do it first, you don't succeed. Dive, dive again and again and again and again and again and again and again. All right. When in doubt, don't think. Simply shout for democracy and charge headfirst into your problems. I like this. This is actually extremely good information. We should all obey. Okay, let's have some fun. Now, as soon as you drop in, usually what I like to do is, now since we're only bringing in one support piece of equipment, all right, just bring that in.
Tagging location northeast.
Okay, I've got my supply. Now we go.
Requesting tac pack.
Now my machine gun is going to
Calling down support weapons.
end up with 2 mags at the start, because although I don't have the hell pod optimization
There's
on,
something here.
I do already have that upgrade, and I cannot unupgrade my ship. So you guys will have to
Selected.
forgive me for that. Usually I'll go toward any location that has glowing yellow thing first. All right.
Affirmative.
And we've got some requisition slips. Nice. Okay, let's see where we are at on the map. Our objective is somewhere to the western side, so we're going to go there. We've got to upload an escape pod plan and data. Now, you don't actually have to fight groups like this, but you can if you want to. All right? If they call in an orbital strike, you might want to back away, yeah? Yeah, you don't want to get caught up in that. So,
Marking
I'm going to go
location
this way.
northwest.
Oh, it's rainy. There's a bit of rainy weather here, so my vision's a little bit clouded. Look at that! Look at that rainfall. It actually, I kind of like little atmospheric details like that. Some people may think that they mess up your vision. I mean, it's up to you. For me, I don't mind it so much. It lends a bit of authenticity to this. Okay, let me show you guys the Liberator in action. The Liberator is, like I said, your standard weapon. Now that is a spitter explosive bug. So here's what you're gonna do. On situations like this, I usually just call down Eagle Strike, air support, blast the whole area, and you're good to go. All right, that thing's already dead, so we don't need to worry too much. Now we're gonna activate the terminal. Okay. Okay.
I'll handle the terminal.
So we gotta raise the radar tower. There's bug nests over there, which we will clear out soon. That's totally fine with me. There's also bug nests over there.
Tagging location northeast.
So just be careful, because if bug patrols come your way, yeah, you'll have to deal with them kind of like that. Okay. Okay, he's got it. Almost there.
Engaging terminal.
Okay, now go and assist your team. Okay, we're good. So now that that is clear, I'm gonna go clear out those bug holes. Now I've got 3 grenades left. That should actually be enough for me to clear out that bug hole up top. Now if you've got one of those big spitters coming at you, now these are not as dangerous as the green colored ones, but they're still pretty deadly, so usually I'll just finish them off quickly like that.
North.
Nursing spewer, yeah. You don't want to run and move in this game because that will actually result in your aim being very, very poor. Alright. If you want to do well in this game, crouch and fire. Alright, stay still. It's a bit different from others. If you have to move and shoot, right, make sure that your shots are still on target. Okay, you just want to be careful with that. Okay, now there's common samples in the form of mushrooms like this. As you can see, the Liberator just helps you deal with like basic bugs super fast, but you just have to be very aware of your ammo count. So just be safe with that, and you're good to go. Okay, when it's a supply, make sure you only take 1. All right.
Ready to liberate.
Thank your teammates and move.
Bug hole. North. 50 meters.
Make sure you manage your stamina as well. If you run out of stamina, don't try and run too much.
Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
Okay, now, the next thing you should probably do
South.
is upload the escape pod data. Now, I know I mentioned the Liberator, but what about your secondary? Your secondary is pretty good. This will take out most of the light targets in one shot. Alright, so I like to have this around for when I need to move and shoot.
New mag.
The submachine gun's great, but of course against heavier targets, submachine gun's far better. But a lot of the time, in order to save ammo, I will tend to use, in the lower levels at least, I tend to use my secondary against most of the basics. It's also extremely generous with the amount of ammunition that you get, so I like to use it for that reason.
Marking location. South. Bug hole.
Okay, against bug holes, what I like to do is I will call in an Eagle airstrike.
Sending in an eagle.
Alright. And this will usually help me take out 2 or 3 of them, which is great.
Eagle 1 withdrawing to rearm.
Okay, against those bug holes, you know what to do. Now against these bugs, even the secondary is pretty okay. Because in the early game, these bugs are very lightly armored, so they don't really do very much. So you can use your secondary on them, and it won't be a problem. Now where's the upload pod data?
Tagging location.
Okay, here it is. Okay, so once you get to the upload pod, let's just quickly do that. And there's also samples here. All you gotta do is just stand next to the pod and you're good to go. Okay, so now you just clear that and you move on.
For you.
Always be nice to your teammates because at the end of the day, they're here to help you out. All right, so just be nice to them, and you got this.
Liberty emerges victorious
Okay,
yet again.
great.
Extract when ready.
Tagging location. Southwest.
Now, when you see these guys, you can use your Liberator. Okay, your Liberators just will work just fine. But you want to probably stop the breach bugs,
Say hello to democracy.
because those guys will be amongst the first to annoy you. Because a single grenade will also get rid of most of these nursing spewers, so yeah, you should be fine on that.
New mag.
Okay. There you go.
Marking location. Southwest.
Usually, if I think that they've got it, I will move. Oh, here.
Calling in reinforcements.
Calling a reinforcement from a safe location, but they do have to go back and get their samples if they lost any. So just be aware of that. So if they did lose samples, they're gonna have to go back and retrieve their equipment. So if I can, I will try and usually like pick them up near their equipment, but if not, then I'll just go for whatever location I see. Nope. And one's dead too. Usually against spitters, like first timers, they will get popped because they're not ready for it.
Calling in reinforcements.
Okay, I got super credits here. Now, if you see ammo, make sure to share it around with your teammates. But if they're nowhere near you, that's totally okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna head toward the bug nest down south.
Calling down a support
All right.
location. Cancel that. Bugs. South. Inbound.
So I usually avoid bug patrols. I don't worry too much about them because there's no need for me to worry. If I see something like this, I'll usually throw an eagle strike on one, and then I will get a nice orbital airburst on the other. Not because the orbital airburst will actually kill anything, but simply to keep myself preserved. Now the nursing spear can be pretty dangerous, but oh, and don't try and reload your machine gun. If you're using that when there's bugs around you, you're gonna die. Okay? So we're just gonna use our liberator, which you can reload on the fly, like that. You can even melee these normal bugs and they'll die, so yeah.
Got a sample.
Okay, that's absolutely perfect. Grab these common samples because they'll be very necessary for your late game. Trust me, you're gonna run out of those. Okay, you have cleared this area. Now let's go for the next bug nest. Okay, do you see where the next bug nest is?
New mag.
Now, if you've got bugs near your location that have already spotted you, it is usually wiser to take them out. Now, I should have reloaded my machine gun before moving on, but that was my mistake, and that's okay. It does happen. Now, there's an armored bug over there, but that's okay. We're not gonna have to worry about him too much. In order to deal with him, the armored bugs are extremely slow. So, what I do is this. I'll reload the machine gun, and then just totally take him out. Like so. Alright, there is another bug nest over there that you guys are gonna have to worry about.
Tagging location north.
This one's gonna be a bit bigger and wilder, so get your Eagle airstrike ready beforehand. Alright, look, there are like 3 of them over there, so I'm just gonna try and get the Eagle right on him.
Here comes the cavalry.
And this one that's near me,
How about
I'll
it,
quickly
guys?
toss the grenade in there.
Liberty.
Construction is weapon. Eagle 1 returning to
Throwing
destroyer for
grenade.
resupply.
Now, I'm running low on supplies here. So what I'll try and do is, out of courtesy, because I'm away from my team, alright, I will need to try and meet up with them and get a supply drop down. If you've got more individuals around, I will call in the
Throwing
resupply drop.
beacon. Marking location.
Alright, reload all your weapons before picking up a supply, because the supply will reload 2 grenades for you, alright, and only take 1, especially in a team of 4. And that's basic etiquette. There you go. Alright, my liberator is fully loaded. My machine gun got 1 more mag. Your support weapon will get 1 more mag, but that's okay. And now you just want to keep bumming around. Like extraction, it's not time yet. There's also ammo here for those that need it, but it will not restore grenades. So just be aware of that. Grenades are separate. You can get medals just wandering around. More common samples. I'll take some of those.
Got a sample.
Okay, and always grab the samples. They're very good. Okay, if somebody drops samples, you will kind of want to go and retrieve them. But if they don't, that's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to make any bones about it. Now, if you're out of ammo, you know what to do. Alright. against a bug breach, if I feel that there's more coming, I will happily use an airburst strike to just clear the area. Okay, that's clean and clear now.
Extraction is available.
Slides. Northeast.
If you're slightly injured, take your stims. Salute. Open up. What's this? You may find things like an arc thrower along your mission. All right, feel free to use them if you do. For me personally, I do like the arc thrower, so now I've got my hands on it. You get to try out a more advanced weapon and, you know, have a little bit of fun with it. Now, if you've got something like this, all right, this particular thing here, all right, oh, this is not the one with the crate, sorry. Some of these will have like a crate that you can explode, like it'll be a red, blue, orange door, whatever. If you have to explode that, you have to use the high explosives in there, and you'll be able to get them. Arc thrower is pretty fun. It discharges some nice lightning, so you can use and abuse it. Alright. I'm gonna keep heading further to the east. And we'll look around for any kind of loot. Stuff like that.
Support weapon. Northeast.
Oh, there's a railgun here. Gonna slog through the mud. Okay, there's weapons and ammo for him. Okay, grand. Now I've got to head back to this location. Oh, crud. Too much smoke.
Proceed to extraction when ready.
Requesting orbital strike.
Orbital strike incoming.
Requesting orbital.
Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area.
Bug.
Reloading.
New mag.
Like I said, don't cross line of sight. Alright, because you never know who's going to be firing. Okay.
Northwest.
Okay, great. That's been cleared. Ah, now this looks like one of the caches. So I'm just going to make sure that we...
Slides. Cancel that.
Okay, so there's a nice little ammo cache there. Now, in order to carry on, we will need to keep moving this
Dropping
way.
a pin. Southwest.
Okay, so we're heading southwest now.
Tagging location. Never mind. Enemy patrol. South.
So they've got a nursing spewer. Just want to be careful of that. You always want to be cautious of it. You'll have to probably mag dump to kill it, but once it's dead, then you don't have to worry too much. Trigger discipline, very important when firing. Yeah. Full auto's nice, but you don't want to waste ammo. Especially on these low levels, there's no need to waste too much ammo. Okay.
Requesting air support.
Unleashing democracy.
Now, Gatling sentries are awesome. I love them. But they will frag you. So just be careful with that one. Okay, we got some common samples around here.
Marking location. West. Never mind.
Alright.
Tagging map. Southwest.
So I see that. Now, I showed off already the Liberator and all that. So now let's try out the Arc Thrower. Since it's just a great way to get familiar with the more advanced weapons in the game. Now here,
Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
you know it's a bug outpost.
Requesting orbital strike.
For prosperity!
Okay, I was not expecting a bug breach right here, so... Ooh, I got eliminated. No. Okay, if you get eliminated, that's usually pretty bad.
Reinforcing.
That's okay. Let him reinforce there. That's perfectly fine. I'm actually okay with him reinforcing me on the bugs, because you can land a pod and squish him if you have the ability to do it. But if you don't, that's totally okay. While I'm here, I'll quickly take care of things. I mean, the Arctor is not so good against the bugs, but it's pretty good against other stuff. Okay, now the most important thing is retrieve your samples. When you die, alright, you've got to retrieve the samples that you dropped. So I'm going to look for my samples. They're around here. And don't hesitate to use your grenades as well. A lot of people don't for some weird reason, but I do. Ooh.
Calling in reinforcements.
New mag.
There we go. Bit of a tight situation, but that's okay. Now we really must get back to our body. So we're gonna go do that first. Ah, they've retrieved my samples. That's okay.
Last reload. Reloading.
Okay.
Fire in the hole.
Okay, good job. So now that that's done, grab ammo and carry on.
Tagging location west.
Okay, that looks to be cleared, so we can go home now. So that's about it. That is how your basic loadout should work. Now, of course, occasionally you may still die, like there, but in general, this is the easiest loadout for beginners. Good machine gun to get you through,
Extraction.
and a good variety of stuff that can help you along the way.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Now, even at extraction, there can be samples, so I like to look around.
Bugs. South. Calling in orbital strike.
Calling down a sentry. Calling down a sentry. Have a taste of democracy. Calling in orbital.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Orbital inbound. Bugs. Southwest.
Buddy, this is why you don't use the Gatling sentries when you're new. The Gatling sentries can be extremely bad for your health.
Reinforcing.
Tunnel free.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Were samples taken? Alright.
Joining the fray.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Reloading.
So the Liberator, good stuff for low-level missions. It's just very easy to use.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
I'll tell you, the arc gun is probably not a great choice against bugs.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
It's rather short range, so looking at this, right, it's not actually doing anything. So because it's so short range, it's not going to help you out very much.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
So yeah, unfortunately, arc thrower, not that great. Well, in low-level missions. But probably in higher-level missions, this will be a lot better.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates.
Okay.
Pelican 1 landing in progress.
Requesting orbital.
Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear. Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Pelican 1
Okay.
preparing to depart.
I hope you didn't lose the
Launch in
samples
20
because
seconds. Extraction complete.
if you lost those
Pelican 1
samples
beginning
there, I'm gonna be so sad. That being said, I think that's a mission complete. So, ladies and gents, that's a simple little demonstration of how basic loadout works and what it's supposed to do for you. All right. I hope that served as a good demonstration. If you're new to the game, this is pretty much what you'll be running, and this is how it just works in combat. It's pretty effective. You know, enjoy.